Hello, peoples of the interwebs, it's the Lunatic back again, and I am here on Minecraft 1.13, of course the newest update, where we have turtles and eggs and all sorts of fun things in the water. Now, a lot of things that people are looking at these days have to do with farming turtles and fish farms and, ways of using the update aquatic to your advantage, but I've got a fun little tutorial for you here today to talk about one of my favorite new additions to the game. And that is, of course, the Phantom. Now, I have actually developed a way of capturing the Phantom that is super easy. I'm sure I'm not the first one to come up with it, but I did a quick YouTube search and couldn't find anything about it anywhere. Now, I am in survival. I'm on the SMPDX server that I play on all the time, and it is, of course, becoming night. So, let's just take a quick look here. I have a few Phantoms captured, and I'm going to throw... Oh, crap. I want to throw a couple of potions of harming over here since they are undead mobs and I have thorns on. But the idea here is that, you want to have cool pets in Minecraft, right? Everybody's making the turtles and doing fish tanks and whatnot. But I personally would like to have an atrium or something filled with phantoms. And so what I'm going to do today is I'm going to go to another location here on the server, and I will show you a way of catching these guys. One thing to keep in mind, of course, is that they are super loud, so if you do decide to capture them and want to keep them around in an area where you're going to be a lot of the time, you'll have to be prepared to put up with that, and it's terrifying during thunderstorms, let me tell you. Alright, I have run over to be next to my boat and my little temporary house thing. Oh, I just tried to use my zoom key. I missed that so much. Optifine, hurry up and update. Hopefully it'll be safe over here. There's been a lot of lighting up of the cliffside over the life of the server, but there's still some dark spots. So I'm hoping that it won't be particularly dangerous, aside from, of course, that guy. Now, if there's one thing that I found, it's that if you're in full diamond gear, they're pretty easy to deal with, honestly. So you want to make sure you have that before attempting to capture them, just for the simple fact of your own safety and ability to survive the encounter. Ow. Thank you. Now, the setup for this is really simple. You just need 2 blocks with a boat on top of them, and what you do is you go all the way to the edge here, jump up, place the boat, jump off, and then you just stand underneath. Now, the way that the Phantom attacks you is they swoop in, and then they immediately swoop up, therefore capturing themselves in the boat. Now, if we jump into F3B, which shows the hitboxes, you can see their hitboxes are a little bit funny. The boat is outlined here, the big one, and then the tiny one is the Phantom, and they stick out below the boat. Obviously, for some reason, this addition to the update aquatic was not meant for boats. Now, all that you have to do is, of course, grab an appropriate name tag and pop it on there so that they don't despawn. And you can always grab, your stone or whatever and set up for the next one. Oftentimes these guys do spawn in packs of up to 3. From what I have seen, I don't actually know for sure the exact details on that, but if he's coming in here from the side, I think he'll still end up in the boat somehow. Nope, never mind. He's got to come in from the correct direction, but that's okay. One helpful trick, of course, to spotting these guys and knowing where they're at is using the F3B trick so that you can see their hitboxes, and maybe that's a little bit cheaty, but, it all works out. So we've got 2 of them here, of course, and I'm going to try my luck to get a third one, and I haven't seen another one spawn. This one's freaking out just a little bit with his looking direction, but that's okay. And we'll see if we can't, get lucky third time and whatnot. I know we're tempting fate just a little bit, but where's the fun in life if you don't have a little bit of danger, right? Well, it's been a couple of moments here and nothing has spawned yet, so I'm just going to really quickly cover these guys up, actually. They are, of course, undead mobs. They burn in the daylight, and whilst I don't think they actually will burn in boats due to the fact that their hitbox exists inside of the boat, I'm still not wanting to risk it particularly much, as you know, these guys, obviously, as I've shown, aren't particularly hard to catch, but they're, you know, getting them to spawn and then having to deal with the rigmarole of, you know, just waiting for night and not sleeping or whatever. It's a little bit annoying at times, so I can understand, you know, if you catch them and they burn up, that could be really frustrating. Possibly try to avoid that. I already have 3 of these guys, of course, and I would like a 6th one if I could, just for the, you know, purposes of having it. Not really any actual reason, but in any case, if another one spawns, I'll show you the catching process of that one too. And if not, then we'll move on to the last little bit of it. Alright, I have decided to jump over to a single-player creative/survival testing world just to see if I couldn't, you know, show some things that I'm not 100% certain about. The 2 things are, of course, the burning in the daylight of the phantoms when they're in the boats, and the second thing is transportation methods of it, you know, moving them. Now, in here, I have given myself just some regular diamond armor, no extra special stuff on it, and I've just been, you know, kind of playing around a little bit in here, and I was trying to get some phantoms to... Hey, there they are. I've been trying to get phantoms to spawn naturally, and they just wouldn't do it. But now we actually have a couple, so let's pop down here quickly. I'm going to use these 2 over here since they're not by my command blocks, and we're going to go survival, and let's hope that one of them, you know, latches onto us and comes along. Now, of course, one problem that we might have here, since there are more than 2, or excuse me, there's more than 1, is that there is the possibility that they will both end up in the same boat. Now, I've had that happen, obviously, with one of the sets on SMPDX, and my primary recommendation for dealing with that is if you don't want them to be in the same boat... Ow. Okay. There we go. It doesn't always work, apparently, very easily. But if you don't want them to be in the same boat, just name one of them, and let the other one despawn as time goes on. Now, these guys are really loud, aren't they? Okay, let's see here. Hello? Hello? Oh, there you are. Okay. Hopefully it'll come around this side. One thing to consider, too, is that you might want to have it set up so that there's a boat thing pointing, you know, 4 of them set up, one pointing in each direction, so you can kind of choose to make it a little bit easier which direction these guys have to come in from to get captured, like so. Now, we're going to go in here quickly and just turn down their volume to like 20. I do like their sounds. They're great, but they're really loud. So, now, let's see here. The first thing I want to test, of course, is whether or not they will attack you well when you get in the boat with them. Because I know if you get close enough, ouch, they'll bite your face a little bit. But moving them, of course, in any other fashion is going to be a little bit difficult. You could probably do this with a minecart, where you do the same sort of setup and they end up in it. Possibly easier, possibly not. I don't know for sure, haven't tried it out. But it appears that if you climb in, they won't actually... Oh, no, they will start attacking you. So, probably not a terrible plan to have some potions on you and plenty of food while you're moving them. And then, of course, a thing to be considerate of is that they are kind of weirdly sticking out. So if you are backed into a block, it might hurt them. I know I dropped one of my boats at one point down a block, and the guy started suffocating like that. You can see. So if you're going to travel with them like this, might be best to first drop them into water so that you're not trying to take them down on land like that and hurting them. Or, of course, have plenty of instant harming potions ready to go. Now, for the second one, what I'm going to do is test whether or not it will burn in the daylight without anything over its head. So we're going to hop over here quickly and do time set day. And yes, the answer is it will indeed burn in the daylight if it is not covered over in the boat. And even in the water, where you would think they would be fine due to the fact that they hang out underneath the boat. Oh yeah, I'm not in creative, I can't fly, that's okay. They still burn, but in any case, they're still a lot of fun to play around with, so when you capture them, you know, make sure that you keep them covered the whole time, move them at night, probably, if possible, And lastly, of course, when you bring them to their final place, they should be able to be released into a dome of some sort. You know, if you wanted to make like a glass dome and put put something over it so that the sun won't burn them, then that would be good. And yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to leave comments down below. If you have any suggestions on how to make this process easier, more streamlined, leave comments down below. If you, try it for yourself and have great success, let me know. And I'd love to hear that I was helpful to somebody in this wonderful Minecraft community. But for now, that will be all, and I will bid thee adieu to raw peoples of the interwebs, and I hope you have a wonderful day.